Tekken has a long history of having a bunch of joke characters that are pretty unserious and pretty irrelevant to the meta. Well, Tekken 8 has decided to change that. We now have characters that have traditionally been kind of like gimmick joke characters that weren't competitively viable, who are now strong tournament threats. They took the most unserious characters and made them very serious. And what's fun is that this kind of allows us to see more different playstyles, right? Like a lot of the people who are kind of like jokey, unserious players like these characters. You can think of like Rangchu. He's a really funny guy. He plays bears. They've enabled him to show up on the stage even more than he already did. He was already a world-class player, and now he really gets to thrive. And they get to promote this kind of fun energy to Tekken that I think is a nice breath of fresh air, even if it's frustrating for the person getting beat up. Yoshimitsu is another character like this, and we have just witnessed the rise of a new Yoshimitsu player. No spoilers in the comments if you know who I'm talking about down the road, but I'm talking about a star coming out of Europe. We just saw crossover. DE, I assume, stands for an abbreviation for Germany. This tournament happened in Germany, and we saw the rise of Sin. Not the Final Fantasy X villain, but a Yoshimitsu player who is quite honestly a menace. I'm really enjoying watching his gameplay. If you've been watching this channel, you know we covered Kane and Trench a bunch. And Sin, I think, presents a really cool alternative style to Yoshi that's not super different, but still very, very effective. All right. So really quick, I'm going to go through some key points about the matchup between Bears and Yoshimitsu. If you just want to see the match, go ahead, skip ahead to the timestamps below. Kuma in Tekken 8 is way different than before. He used to really not have many serious threats outside of hunting bear stance and some cheesy evasion, but now they've given him an archetype. Kuma is a monster with really fast highs and really fast counter hit threats. So the 1-1-1 is a clear one. But he also has back one, the armor move. That's not a high. That's just a strong counter hit tool. And then hop kick, right? When the bear enters heat, they have insane chip damage with charge moves, the bear electric, the heat smash, tons of options. And because of the way they stand, I'll just show you here real quick. The way that they stand, you can see that their legs are kind of farther back than their head. This makes them hard to hit low, right? This is actually a real factor that shows up a lot, okay? However, Yoshi gets around a lot of these things automatically. So Yoshimitsu has a high value full crouch game, and Sin so far is one of the best players I think at demonstrating this, right? As far as I've seen out of high level play, he loves playing full crouch situations to generate pressure without just doing standard mid-low mix-ups, and I'll talk about that. This makes him immune naturally to the bear's highs, right? If you're ducking, you can't get hit by highs. And Sin, I keep saying almost Nino, but Sin is very reactive to the opponent's defense when he runs up and crouches in their face. This is a style you also see out of like European Lars players as well. Kaizoku Lars does this a lot, and it really shows how attentive and cracked they are in playing just Tekken neutral. They're fearless, they'll run up, they'll duck, and they still won't die for it, which is pretty impressive. The other advantage Yoshi has is he can spin out of charge setups, right? So if the bear decides to threaten a charge move, he can spin out of the way and get a huge punish. And the spin is so safe that even if he gets clipped, it's not the end of the world. Finally, because Yoshi doesn't really have super strong lows, he's not hell sweeping you, he's not doing like stature kicks, he's just doing like little low pokes that leave him at minus frames. He doesn't really like going low that much. He would rather counter hit you coming in with his safe down forward 2. He would rather catch you with like a clip you with like a big high, or occasionally go low or do an unblockable, right? But because he's not poking low with that, this weakness of the, or this strength that the bear has, where their legs are farther back, doesn't come into play super often unless he's going for the unblockable low, but we'll talk about that. Now, specific to Sin are these kind of playstyle things. He actually came into the chat and educated me a bit on how he likes to play, and I want to talk about that here. So he prioritizes wall carry because at the wall, he likes playing full crouch pressure. While standing 1-2, kin forward 2, big homing high, and down forward 1-2 are all wall splatting moves. And he likes to get to the wall as quickly as possible and start threatening these situations. How he plays the full crouch game without dying, where he runs up and just crouches in people's faces, is he's staring at you. He's taking in the data of how you respond to him running up and crouching, right? Say you mash, like a hop kick, or you try to keep him out. Well, he can punish with 1-1 if it's an unsafe move. If he's already in crouch, he will try to counter hit you with while standing 1-2. Or he will just play a down forward 2 from distance anyways, right? He also changes the length of time of his full crouch moves, right? Sometimes you'll see a short full crouch just so he can bait you to respond, and then he'll stand up and block right away. Say it's a power crush or a hop kick. at the wall. He also likes short full crouch, again, to get these wall splat opportunities. But sometimes if you're really unresponsive, he'll do a super long full crouch and just like, do something, dude, do something. I'm down here. Pause. But that it doesn't always lead to something. So if you really sit still way too long, then he does the full crouch unblockable, right? You'll see it hit a lot. Let's get into the sets. This is one of my favorite Yoshimitsu players to watch. We'll be covering a ton of his matches because I want to look into Yoshimitsu. And if you're not a Yoshimitsu player, you can learn probably a bit better how to handle anti-Yoshimitsu stuff based on what the opponents do and based on how based on the situations you see him create. Yoshimitsu is a really hard character to develop and kind of find. Everybody plays him so differently, so it's hard to develop good defense. So watching Yoshi is really helpful. Hopefully you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. This is top 32 winner side. Germany versus the Netherlands at crossover. Deutsch, I think. Here you go. All right. Immediately the bear does back 1+2. Homing move. Running move. All right. And the jab interrupt out of the charge right away. That's a crucial choice. And now he's just spinning. He spins partially for position, but also to make things whiff. You'll notice he didn't lose too much HP for it. Backflip, wall splat. All right, backspin, tries to whiff punish, but misses it slightly, but he was in the air, so this combo doesn't do too much. That combo actually did do a lot. The bears hurt a lot once you get to a wall. But Yoshimitsu, again, having the spin, can get out easily. Down forward 2 from downtown. Kin forward 2, gets a little wall splat, does it one more time. This time he gets the hit, and suddenly it looks way uglier for Nino, and look at the HP. I'm rewinding. Look at this. Who in their right mind would bet here that the Yoshimitsu player wins, right? Well, that down forward 2 was an insane clip from that distance. Full crouch down forward 4. And then he meditates to back up, create space. Kin forward 2. Wall crush with the plus frames. He does it one more time and counter hits the bear. I couldn't see what the bear did. But now with the heal, and Yoshi already heals a lot with the big sword, right? So he's a heal here. This is so ugly. And then he finally does the low pokes. He doesn't need the frames or a situation after. He just goes for the kill. Round 2. Random hop knee. Why would he do that? Let's take a look. If the bear does a high, this will go under. He can even go under some mids. So this is like a Yoshimitsu robbery tactic. Beware the hop kick at round start. Nino tries to punish, but is a bit late. And Sin is already ready for the next play to duck the second hit of the high. So the hop knee didn't work. His brain is already going to the next situation. Super good presence of mind. This wall ender swaps sides, and he's obviously prepared for that because he's a Yoshi expert. Run up, down, forward 1 and jab, and then goes low. He gets tracked. That's the bear homing move, heat engager. And he's just spinning a bit to try and get some whiffs. Flash goes unpunished. There it is. Hop knee underneath the high, but he drops the combo. Don't know what he was going for. Down 2-2. This time he gets punished. Oh, he holds forward to do a kip up, trying to counter hit Nino coming in and eats a heat smash for his troubles. So 1-1. We've seen that Sin likes to play a little crazy, so how does he handle it now? He's backing up and spins out of the way. Great option against Kuma. Usually Kuma doesn't have great tracking. It's like jank tracking. But the spin is very effective at getting around it. All right. Going low, and instead of doing the extension, does the unblockable. Huge wall combo. Goes for the mid. Down 2-2. Very strange hitbox situation. No heat from Nino. Tries to whiff punish a bit late. And the mid, right? There's a mix-up here out of Dragonfly. Sorry, I went back too far. After the heat smash, he could do a grab that's a high. It's unbreakable. He could do a low, and he can also do this safe mid. He also has the helicopter spin high. But pretty much here, you're going to see a kill situation. He's going to go for the kill, either with the mid or the grab. So, suddenly 2-1. Backing out of range again with meditation stance. There's a full crouch situation that Yoshi likes to play, especially Sin. He runs up, crouches, and then does nothing. He's collecting data. He saw that Nino liked to block. He's going to take advantage of that later. Spins out of the way of the charge situation. 1-1, 1-1. Spinning out of the way again, and there it is. That's the cash out, right? He saw that Nino prefers to block, so now he runs up and just goes for the unblockable. He runs up straight into his face. He's collected data from previous run-up and ducks. It's not nothing. He's paying close attention. Kin low. Now he's playing it patiently. He knows that the opponents prefer to play patient, so he doesn't overrush. Pay patient. Play patient. Sidestep 4. Backing up again. Kin forward 2 for the kill. He catches Nino going for a running move, right? Nino thinks, oh, there's space. I can do my running move and jump in the air. But Sin is tricky with his movement. Goes into Kin stance. Catches the forward 2. Clean 3-1. the first game, first round, it looked like he was about to die. But then after that, he really just kind of ran away with it here, right? Look at the HP lead in this game. How did this even start? A flash. Here's another Yoshi situation to be aware of, okay? Forward 2, safe mid, -9. But again, people don't usually just jab in response, right? So if they do anything slow like this homing move, because Yoshi likes to spin, the flash catches him. Beware jabbing as well here, because some Yoshi players are really maniacal. They'll do this safe move, duck for like literally 1 frame to beat your jab, and then flash as you're punching over their head, okay? So in general, responding against Yoshi after a safe move, not always the best choice. Sometimes you gotta just keep blocking. Sometimes you gotta create space. Really hard character to fight. But he runs away with this round, and then even when he's starting to lose... Actually, no, I'm lying. Even though he eats the first heat engage here, he stays very calm, spinning out of the way of the charge move, getting a bunch of permanent health damage, and then cashing out with the unblockable low, because he knows Nino's gonna block. Right? And then we saw this last situation already. So... how does the adjustment happen in the next game? Well, if you've ever fought a bear, you know that the bears actually have really scary hitboxes. So in my mind, Nino has shown that he likes to play passive in this matchup. And Sin is capitalizing on it. So I would like to see Nino get a bit more active. Is this what happens? Well, you gotta watch the video to find out. Alright, immediately, 2-1, nice. So the bear putting out a few more hitboxes trying to stuff Yoshi's approach. Sin doesn't really force anything after instead. Kind of shimmying a little bit and just playing close. Here's a hop knee out of nowhere. And once Yoshi gets the wall here, it's very ugly. This is some character-specific awareness. Let's look at that round again. That was a 17-second round, all right? A lot happened. You can learn a lot from these, even though the rounds are really fast. Quick 2-1 to stuff Yoshi's offense. Goes for the homing move, but Yoshi didn't bite. Now look at how Yoshi plays, Sin. Forward dash, shimmy, forward. He's trying to bait a response, right? Yoshi doesn't have really strong mix-ups or pokes. He wants you to attack into him, and there he gets a spin out of the way. And then hop knee mashing. This is so fire. Unsafe move, eats a 2-1, right? So technically it's the bear's turn. Common Tekken intuition says block here. Yoshi intuition says mash. Up forward 3 would beat so many options here. Now, this wall situation is, again, Yoshi and bear specific. If you get a big grounded hit, sometimes your character will end up behind them. Obviously, Sin is prepared for this. The bear tech rolls and goes into a power crush. But Yoshi is backflipping already. This would beat a low. This obviously beats this option, and this hit is guaranteed. Up around 2 more to put Nino into losers. Playing down forward 1-2, back 2. Blocks the hop, or does a little sidestep to beat the hop kick. And there he tries the unblockable, but Nino is just out of range. For once, the bear stubby leg situation came into play. Complete whiff, good whiff punish from Nino. And then the bear getting this combo is devastating. If you've been in this position, this sucks. Look at the health. Good lord. All this gray health is liable to being deleted by their hunting bear stance throw. He's going for more chip. Low poke is blocked. Okay, nice punish on the power crush. 2 throw. 1+2. This is a Yoshimitsu staple at all ranks. You will always see that. You will always see that. Nice kill from Nino. Look at this and pay close attention. Why is this common? The 2 throw from Yoshi here is 0 on break. So the Yoshi is either going to throw you again, or he's going to sidestep 1 or do some other BS. I recommend disengaging or being ready for the throw to swap. So Nino here is prepared for some nonsense. Quick jab. It counter hits Yoshi. Forward dash into nothing. Yoshi still does the 1+2 throw. Now this is a counter hit throw, so it's harder to break, but you can bet that a Yoshi player wants to do this. I promise it is super common. Off the wake up, the bear does their unique wake up where they sit up, dodging for some reason Yoshi's mid here, knocking him down and getting guaranteed follow up. So be careful attacking a bear when they're lying down. Be careful when Yoshi does his 2 throw on you. Big mash on the bear down back 4. Spinning out of the way. Heat smash is canceled. Nice reaction. And here is, again, some classic Sin offense. We'll look at that later. He eats an electric. Huge combo coming in. Oh my god, that hurts. No more heat, though. Sacrificing his own health. He's really low, but a clutch block on the low. He's getting a combo out of this. Remember that Sin wants to get the wall as much as possible. Huge wall carry combo. Sprints up. Keen forward 2 from a distance. And suddenly, this match is looking very different. Yeah, but now remember, yeah, the bear can launch Yoshi and kill him here, but he just runs up and does a low. Fantastic round from Sin. Classic Yoshi stuff. Let's understand what happened, all right? So, after he dies here, he jabs and then flashes out of the plus frame. So, Nino overextending a bit into Yoshimitsu, but you have to. It's hard. No heat left, but spinning out of the way, no whiff punish available. Deep run up, full crouch. Look at how slow he did this. Look at how long he's in there. Right? So at lower ranks, you might get beat up for this. So don't spam it blindly. Understand why it's working. He knows Nino's going to block. And what option does he choose after? He chooses while standing 1-2. Right? He chooses while standing 1-2 because this would wall splat if he got the counter hit or even a normal hit. So he's baiting the response. Nino is still choosing to block. Nino does a dash and electric goes under the jab Yoshi tried to use to keep out. Right? Right? Huge combo situation. Now look at this. This is an instructive lesson for Yoshi defense, okay? So you just got comboed. You're getting sent to the wall. You're a big bear with a weird straw hat, okay? Yoshi puts his sword in this stance, Kincho stance. You're at a distance where you think you're safe, right? Nino does a power crush. But Sin is banking on either a sidestep, a slow button, or, you know, in this case, even a power crush. And he counter hits it before the armor can come out. And that's what led to his death. And after the rage art, he doesn't hesitate. He knows Nino prefers to play passive. Yes, he could get low parried. Yes, he could get hop kicked. But he knows he's scared. Nino jabs, and the down 3 goes underneath it. So suddenly he's on final round. Hop knee, again, attempting to rob him. I like that. Spinning out of the way, doesn't whiff punish, just goes for the unblockable low because he can sense Nino's hesitation. Down 2, here's the... unfortunately, he whiffs, so the power crush goes through for the heat burst. Spinning out of the way of the charge move, threatening the low again. He's one step ahead. This is a fascinating set of interactions. Unblockable again. Nino cannot keep up trying to defend against this. Catches him on the ground. Good punish here. Oh, he spins out of the way. Back 2-2. Down 2-2, but he messes up. That was a float combo. And he still gets the kill. This was a great round from Sin. Despite being new to the game, mostly playing online, getting used to offline nerves, he played so well here. Let's look at this round. I love this round, okay? Incredible gameplay here. Random hop knee, we know he's trying to rob him. We talked about this earlier. Good punish from Nino this time. What does he do next? Spins out of the way of the running move. This is a unique Yoshi thing. It's really hard to step that for any other character. Instead, but he knows that he was a bit late, right? So if you look at this interaction one more time, by the time he's out of the way, the bear can probably recover. He doesn't want to play a late whiff punish. He wants a higher reward option. So he runs up and does this unblockable. Nino is not ready. And understandably, who would be ready in that situation? All right, wall situation, backs up, tries down 2-2. Heat burst gets through. He gets floated out of avoiding the puddle. That's Yoshi's up forward 4. Homing move would beat a low, obviously, because he's jumping. Spinning out of the way here, and again, threatens it again. Remember what he just did. Remember that he spun out of the way earlier and did it again. Here he's threatening it, right? But he's not really trying to do that. He wants Nino to panic and hit a button, saying, or panic, it might be the wrong word. He wants Nino to respond to the crouch. So he does while standing 1-2, right? This would have wall splatted, I think, with the third hit. He realizes it didn't hit, goes into the down back to the safe option. But he knows that Nino is being passive. He's afraid. He wants to find a good opportunity to finally retaliate. So, after that read, now's the time to flash, right? Nino's just like, please get off of me so I can finally do my attack. That's the time to flash. Heat engage coming through, no wall splat. We know Nino's hesitating. What is the read? Sidestep 4 for plus frames, goes into stance. Partial string, we know Nino's hesitating. He goes into crouch. We know Nino's hesitating, so we rip the unblockable, right? Look at this at full speed. Heat engage. Plus frames, partial string, unblockable. We know he's blocking. Right? Flip over, he delays the 2 for that, and he has this next setup prepped. Right, so he does down 2-2 and delays the last hit to get this flip over. He threatens the unblockable again, sees Nino's not tech rolling. While standing 4 clips him. Now he tech rolls. He tries to clip him with this, no luck, gets punished. While standing 4, remember the read is hesitation. Remember the read is hesitation. Nino wants to set up his own oppressive offense. So a simple spin against this jump move, back to 2 whiff punish, but he floated him out of the air. That's why on this next down 2-2, Nino starts fast slumping. And the fast slump makes the last hit whiff. But Sin, remember, is always planning one interaction in advance. As soon as something goes wrong, he's ready for the next situation. He spins to regain the wall position. I asked him specifically, this wasn't to make a whiff happen. He wanted to get a straight angle with the wall. He happened to get a whiff, and his reflexes kicked in here. So it's a mix of preparation, a mix of flexibility, and good reactions. He has a strong default built on trying to position and threaten, and when he sees a mistake happen, he's ready to capitalize. This guy is going to be so nasty. I'm so excited to see him travel. Again, incredible performances at this offline. Don't spoil in the comments how well he did. We got more videos coming. Hope you enjoyed this kind of content. Please leave a like if you did. Please leave a comment if you think I missed something, you think I misunderstood something, I made a mistake. I'm happy to correct it in the pins below. So please let me know. And subscribe if you want to see more of this. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.